guys, I'm Madison Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my ContemporaryAthon TBR and my just general February arc TBR. So you guys are probably thinking, oh my god Madison, your shelves are looking different, because they are! So I just bought a $30 bookcase. It's a very small one from Target, and I now have all my mangas now up there. They're all doubled up, so there's a whole row behind those mangas just to make myself room, because I was just at ALA and my haul will be coming next week for ALA, and I hauled a lot of books from that. So I was like, well crap, I need more space. So $30, and the best $30 I've ever spent. That being said, I'm currently in the waiting room to buy BTS tickets in Orlando, so also great money I will be spending, but I'm currently on a big budget, so life is hard. But that being said, I am really excited to be showing you guys my ContemporaryAthon TBR. So it was one of my goals this year to participate in ContemporaryAthon, which runs from February 10th to February 16th. This is hosted by the wonderful Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads, Julie from Pages and Pens, and Natasha from My Reading is Art. I love these three women and I'm so excited to be participating in this readathon. The first prompt is to read a contemporary with green on the cover, and then the fifth prompt is to read a dark and hard-hitting contemporary, and for this I'm doing a triple buddy read, and this is between Chelsea, Julie and myself, and this is from an arc that we picked up at ALA, so a little sneaky peeky preview, and that is Be Not Far From Me by Mindy McGinnis. Oh my god, if you guys don't know, I love Mindy McGinnis. I read her book The Female, the Species. Is only one of her books that I have read, but I absolutely adore her. So this is about Ashley, and her friends go hiking and have like a party in the woods. She ends up catching her boyfriend and this other girl together, and in a drunken rage she gets really mad at them. Something happens with the ravine, and all we know is that Ashley wakes up the next morning far from everyone else, and it's about her trying to survive even though there is an infection creeping up on her leg. I'm so excited for this. I freaking love, as I said before, Mindy McGinnis, and this sounds just awesome. And it's only, how many pages? It says 231 pages, which is awesome. Oh, look how cool that is. Like all the parts 1, 2, and 3. Oh, so exciting. But yes. So that is one of the books that fulfills 2 prompts. Then for new to you author, diverse contemporary, and an illustrated cover, I am reading Faker by Sarah Smith. This is diverse for the Own Voices Filipino representation, illustrated cover because is an illustrated cover, and new to you author because I ain't never read Sarah Smith. So ta-da! I have been meaning to read this for ages because I received an e-arc on NetGalley and never got around to it. But it's about this girl named Emmy, and she's one of the only girls who works at this construction company, and it's all about her always having to like fake it. She always has to like really try and fit in with the guys and things like that, and the one thing she doesn't have to fake is her hatred for this co-worker. His name is Tate. And what happens is the two of them have to work on this charity construction project, and you know, things get a little bit heated. So I mean, I've heard very mixed reviews for this, but I have read construction-based romances before, and I personally really love them. It's a very random trope that I'm a huge fan of, so I think I'm gonna love this. And then for a backlist book, which is over a year, it has either been released for over a year or it has been on your TBR for over a year, either of those, whatever floats your boat. And then also for beloved book, I'm going back and forth between 2 picks currently. So I have Beartown by Frederick Buckman. This was sent to me by the wonderful Julie from Pages and Pens, and so I really want to read this because this is a beloved book by her, so she's who I would be shouting out for that. And it's backlist because it was published in 2017. Probably should have looked it up. Yeah, 2016. It was originally published because it was published in Swedish initially in 2016. So that is one potential one, and this follows, oh my god, I really don't know too much about this, and I wanted to go into it not knowing too much, but I know that it follows a hockey team, and it says that there is a heavy burden, and the semi-final is a catalyst for a violent act that will leave a young girl traumatized and a town in turmoil. Hers is a story no one wants to believe, since doing so would mean the end of the dream. Accusations are made, and like ripples on a pond, they travel through all of Beartown, leaving no resident unaffected. So I'm really excited for this, and apparently it makes a lot of people cry, and I'm pumped if I do get to this one. Or I will be reading The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. This was sent to me by the wonderful Chandler over at Chandler Ainsley, so thank you, girly. But this has to do with Carla, and she has been estranged from her father for a few years, but he is now terminally ill, and so she travels back to Alaska to kind of mend their relationship. And while she is there, there is a slight romantic undertone to this that everyone really loves, and I've just heard a lot of great things about K.A. Tucker, and so I'm really excited. It'll be one of these two, just depending on my mood. If I manage to somehow get through those 3 or 4, I do want to, because it is Black History Month, I want to read a POC book, and I'm thinking of reading Get a Life, Chloe Brown. So this not only has POC rep because our main character Chloe is Black, but also because she has fibromyalgia, and so there is also that kind of diverse read if I do pick this up for the ContemporaryAthon. So tentatively, oh my god, let me show you this. This is very ambitious for 7 days, but for my general TBR for February, I'm actually filming this on the 6th of Feb. So 6 days in, I have finished 2 books. One of them I started in January and finished, and then the other one I already read and finished was The Stars We Steal. This came out on February 4th. It's by Alexa Don. She's actually an author tuber, which I didn't know that until Chelsea told me, but oh my god. Without giving too much away, because this will be in my wrap up, I flipping love this. It pulled me out of a slump, and it is kind of pitched as the selection in space. It's like 200 years after Earth was decimated, only the best of the best managed to escape in spaceships and kind of colonize in space. And each spaceship was kind of its own country because all the royals ended up in spaceships, or presidents and things like that. And every 4 years there is the Vogue season, in which the children of all of these esteemed titles or wealthy people end up coming together and do this whole 4-week dating thing, and at the end of it people get engaged, and sometimes it's political, sometimes it's for love, it just depends. And we're following Leo, and her ship has kind of been slowly losing money. She's kind of almost, they're pretty much almost going to be poor soon, even though she is a princess, and it's about her doing the Vogue season to try and attain wealth for her family. And then her old childhood crush comes back, and it's kind of that whole story, and I loved it. I really did. It's a standalone. Then what I'm about to pick up next between now and ContemporaryAthon starting on Monday is Night Spinner by Addie Thorley. This comes out on February 11th, which is Tuesday, and this is a Hunchback of Notre Dame retelling. It has to do with a girl, and she is a night spinner. These are people who are able to control the threads of darkness. She's considered a monster and murderer, and she's been banished to a monastery for losing control of her night spinner powers. And that's kind of all I really know about it, and I'm really excited to kind of go in knowing that. And yes. Now the 3 other arcs that I have to read this month, I have Sensational, which is by Jodie Lynn Zadrock. This is the sequel to Spectacle. This is an 1800s French-based speculative historical fiction. There's a lot of words in there, I know, but it is slightly speculative. It has kind of magic-y elements to it. It's about this girl who every day back, and this was a real thing back in this 1800s in France, the morgue used to be this thing where you could walk in every day, see what bodies were there, see if any of your loved ones are there. Even if they weren't, you could still just walk in, have a gander, look at the dead bodies, and just leave. And so she does that because she works at this newspaper, though she has to pretend to be a boy at the newspaper because she's a female during this time. And when she goes in and looks at the morgue one day, she ends up having visions of the murders happening when she sees these girls. And she sees the murders from the murderer's point of view, and so it's about her using that to kind of solve the murders. And it's really cool, but it ended up being very different than what I thought it was. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars when I first read it. Then what comes out on February 18th is The Seventh Son by Lainey Forbes. This one is a Mayan-based fantasy book, and it has elemental magic in it, which you guys know is a buzzword for me. It's about how 6 royal daughters vie to become the empress of the Chicone people, and only one of them will survive this competition. And we follow, what's her name? Mayana, and her blood controls water. And so she is trying to become the empress to the prince, and the prince is able to foretell apocalypses that happen. On the 25th, we have The Shadows Between Us, which is the newest book by Tricia Levenseller, who is dearly beloved by me personally. This says, Alessandra is tired of being overlooked. She has a plan to gain power. 1. Woo the Shadow King. 2. Marry him. 3. Kill him and claim the throne for herself. Which sounds awesome, and I'm really excited, so that's basically what that one's about. And then last but not least, oh my god, I'm very ambitious this month, considering I read like 5 books in January, is Havenfall by Sarah Holland. This comes out on March 3rd. So Havenfall is basically about, Havenfall is in, and it is in Colorado mountains, and it is the way station between the human world and fantastical worlds, like multiple portal worlds. And Maddie lives here, it's her uncle's inn, and it's about this one summer where things are starting to go horribly wrong. She almost gets run over by this one guy, and she starts to get a relationship with this handsome guy, and then a dead body is found, and it's just about like, who was it? And it basically says, with everything she loves at stake, Maddie must confront startling truths about the secrets lurking beneath Havenfall and within herself. So I'm really excited for this. It's a very short read. I think it's just a standalone as well, and yes. So that is my extremely ambitious 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 book TBR, which I've only read one of them. So I've got 10 more books to read. Which is possible, but still ambitious, guys. But yeah, let me know if you guys like to sing in ContemporaryAThon as well. Let me know down below, especially if you have a TBR. I love watching ContemporaryAThon TBR, see what everyone else is choosing. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, thanks a bunch, guys. Bye!